now that I have everything, I want nothing. It's kind of funny how my mind changes over time. My Chanel and Hermes bags are the least often used, but that's why I can not progress any further, guys. I'm not going to get into exotics, guys. I can't get into these crocodile $60,000 bags. I'm not getting into these, like, you know, limited edition diamond. I don't want to go on a $100,000 journey, guys. Like, I'm tired. Like, it's too much. Like, there has to reach a point where you're like, okay, that's enough now. Like, we're done. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. Happy New Year's Day if you're in Australia. Maybe it's New Year's Day in America too. I don't know. I'm always confused by the time zones, guys. But anyways, today I wanted to talk about luxury creep. I'm always feeling like you need more and more and not feeling satisfied with maybe what you would have felt satisfied with 2 years ago or 3 years ago. And let me just get into it, guys. So a few months ago I made a video about why I can't buy Coach bags, and it's honestly because I used to buy Coach bags. I started out on my handbag journey and I bought Kate Spade and I bought bags from, you know, the thrift store and all that. And then I started to strive to buy Louis Vuitton and Chanel, and then after that I just didn't really get the same kick out of buying a bag that was under $300 as much as buying a bag from Louis Vuitton or Chanel from the latest collection. And I just felt like, although when I started out on my journey, I found it really hard to save up for a Coach bag, guys. Like, I'll just be like I can't imagine spending more than $300 on a bag, but I did it a few times and I was like, wow, like, this is so amazing. I love doing this. And then, you know, then I started to convince myself to spend $1,000 on a bag. And then I convinced myself to spend $4,000 on a bag when I bought my first Chanel bag. And then, yeah, those bags that were like $100 or, you know, maybe not as good quality just didn't give me the same excitement anymore. So that's why I found it harder for me to go from collecting Hermes bags to then, you know, save up to buy a Coach bag again, because I would rather save up to buy that exceptional piece. I know that sounds insane, and I'm trying to like train myself out of that and kind of step back down 5 levels, because I feel like this is where I'm calling it, guys. I already have so many bags and I'm like, do I really have to keep going higher? But you can keep going higher, guys. You can get into exotic handbags, you can get into really rare limited edition bags, and a lot of wealthy people who are also passionate about handbags, you know, at Hermes, for example, they'll go from buying just a regular Togo Birkin to the point where that doesn't really thrill them anymore, and they'd much rather go for skins that are farmed just for their skin, like an exceptional crocodile piece, and then that doesn't even thrill them anymore because, you know, Hermes crocodile bag, you can find them. Maybe they want something even rarer, like a diamond encrusted Birkin, or maybe they want something like a little Birkin that looks like a house because they're so bored that they just want to buy something silly and collectible. It gets to this point where you just have, like, it is never enough. I was watching Mel and Melbourne's video a few days ago, and no shade to Mel or anything, honestly, I love Mel and Melbourne. I love her videos. They're very aspirational, inspirational, whatever. And she unboxed an exotic handbag that she stated the price. And when she said the price, I was just like, oh gosh, oh my god, that is so much money for a bag. And I'm like, why am I reacting like this? Why am I so shocked by the price? Like, you know, that's an expensive bag, but am I feeling like I would never spend that much on a bag? Like, Jess, you don't know how much you'll spend on a bag. You never thought you would spend more than $2,000 on a bag, and look at you now. Like, you just never know with luxury how far you can really take it. And then I asked myself, but would I want to take it even further than what I am now? Like, would I want to buy, do I strive to buy a crocodile bag? Do I strive to buy some really like hundreds of thousands of dollar bag, or is this the level where I want to stay? Because I can tell you guys, like, when I started collecting bags, I found so much joy out of buying cheaper bags. Like, it gave me almost like, yes, I got more of an adrenaline rush, I think, for buying Chanel bags, especially because of the price was more expensive and they were harder to get, and, you know, they were cool and exclusive, and I got a lot of reactions, like people saying, well, I love your bag, maybe more so than a Kate Spade bag, but I would still get reactions from my Kate Spade bags as well because they were cute and fun, and, you know, they had a different energy to them. But did it make me that much happier buying Chanel bags than it did Kate Spade bags? Well, when you're talking about like thousands of dollars, is those thousands of dollars really worth it that much more than to buy something cheaper? I don't know, guys, because yeah, although I do aspire to, like, I guess be a collector like Mel and Melbourne and have like an amazing Hermes collection with exotic bags and cool bags, because I am a handbag lover. At the same time, it almost makes me like want to pass out by the price of how much they cost, because not only will you have to go on a journey to buy those bags, spend maybe tens of thousands of dollars before you get offered the bag, but then you also have to fork out the money for the bag, and I just think, will that make me that much happier? But I think when you get to a certain level of wealth, like, you get used to playing with big amounts of money, and you need to spend more money to feel the happiness. And I think that's kind of sad that sometimes you wish for too much of a good thing, and once you get that good thing, you need more, like you need more and more. And at what point do you say, okay, I'm happy with this level? Because you could just keep going with luxury. Another comment which really inspired me yesterday was from Cinema Dory, who said, when I was young, I didn't have any bags. I always wanted to buy everything. Now that I have everything, I want nothing. It's kind of funny how my mind changes over time. My Chanel and Hermes bags are the least often used. I always go for my Loewe or something more casual for Marnie. At some point in life, we acquired all we wanted. Then we realized the happiness is within ourselves at any place or time, regardless of what we carry. So interesting. I mean, I'm starting to kind of realize that too. I'm like, even if I did fall into I don't know, millions of dollars, which is not impossible, guys. I don't have limiting beliefs in money. Like, I can just become rich at any point, guys. Like, I already feel very happy in my life, and I try and feel wealthy within myself every day. I just like to put out that energy, but, you never know. Like, even if I, had the opportunity to spend like hundreds of thousands of dollars on bags, do I think it would be worth it? Would it make me that much happier? Well, I don't know, guys. Probably not, because I've already bought so many bags, and I know that buying more bags, it isn't making me that much happier than before. Like, it makes me happy in the moment. I'm like, oh my gosh, new bag. I love this pink bag. Like, so cute. I'm gonna wear this today. Like, I'm gonna be great. But then, that's it. It's very surface level, like, joy. It's nothing that really, you can sustain, because the nature of, I guess, collecting things and fashion and bags is you just want to keep buying more. And it kind of reaches a point where you're like, what is the point? Like, I'm kind of feel like I need to keep spending money for what? For what reason? I don't know, guys. And then also, I think maybe social media has ruined a little bit for me, and I've probably ruined it for other people, like me continuously buying bags. It probably makes them look less appealing as well. It's like, I don't know, there's no surprises now. It's just like, you've seen that Birkin 25 in black 5 million times. Like, that sounds so stupid for me to say as well, because that is such an expensive bag. Like, that shouldn't be something that we're bored of. That should be something that we're like, oh my gosh. And to be honest, I am still oh my gosh by that bag, but I don't know. Is it that much more amazing than like a Kate Spade bag? Like, I don't know, like, anymore, guys. Another comment I wanted to share is from Anya Masova, and she stated on one of my older videos that she started buying Hermes in the 1980s when there were wait lists. By the 1990s, one could purchase click-clacks and scarf to be offered a bag, at least 1-to-1 ratio. Today, in the very wealthy US markets, think NYC, BH, and Palm Beach in Miami, you need to be purchasing fine jewelry. High jewelry is not a term I would use at Hermes, or furniture, or large purchases of tableware, crystal, think 16 to 24 place settings, etc. That is a no-go for me. Hermes fine jewelry is not my style and pretty unappealing. There are much better places to shop for high jewelry. If you can afford high jewelry, you need to go to Harry Winston, Asprey, Boucheron, Chalmay, Boucherelati, etc. Sorry about my pronunciation. I have fantastic furniture. I don't need Hermes furniture. And other St. Louis crystal, which Hermes purchased, I would much rather buy exquisite bone china from UK. Hermes has been so corrupted by the YouTube community, and many people of wealth that I know have moved on. They tell jokes about the brand at cocktail parties. Well, I mean, guys, if you're that rich that you're even bored of Hermes, well, I mean, that just goes to tell you, like, maybe it's okay to stay at level 1. Like, honestly, it's okay to just stay at Kate Spade and Coach, guys. Sometimes like, yesterday, I went to Kate Spade, and they had the cutest, like, fluffiest little, like, Chanel-looking bag, and I thought, oh my gosh, like, I would totally buy this, but I feel like, how could I buy this now? I've already had, like, so many Chanel bags, and I sold them all. Why would I then go buy a Kate Spade bag that looks like a Chanel bag? Like, I don't know, the snob in me is just like, why would I do that, Jess? Like, step away. But then, you know, the fun part of me is like, but that's a cute bag. Like, what the hell? Why can't I buy that anymore? It's because I've convinced myself that I'm at this level now where I can only buy these, like, really expensive bags. And the truth is, guys, like, you even get bored of that. So, like, you can't really win. I honestly sometimes wish that I just stayed at Kate Spade level and I didn't delve into, like, Saint Laurent and Gucci and Chanel, because it's not that much more enjoyable collecting those things, honestly. I hate to admit that, guys. I'm glad that I did it because I learned a lot. I have a lot of perspective. And at the same time, I do sometimes regret spending so much money on bags, because if I were to sell all my bags now, I would lose a lot from what I initially spent. And I have already had a taste for the nice bags, and I just feel like if I sold all my bags and I went back to Kate Spade, I would still miss the really beautiful Hermes bags, because, you know, I like those bags now because I gained a taste for them. Like, I can't go back. It's like eating, like, bland soup and then eating the more delicious soup. Like, how can I go back? Like, it's hard. But that's why I can not progress any further, guys. I'm not going to get into exotics, guys. I can't get into these crocodile $60,000 bags. I'm not getting into these, like, you know, limited edition, you know, diamond. I don't want to go on a $100,000 journey, guys. Like, I'm tired. Like, it's too much. Like, there has to reach a point where you're like, okay, that's enough now, like, we're done. And I think that's also what has convinced me to do this low buy year, which has been going pretty well so far. I mean, the last bag I bought was in November, which was my plume bag, which was 1,998 Australian dollars. So it was, to be honest, that is so expensive still. It's thousands of dollars. But that, to me, was like me weaning off spending $8,000 on a bag, because that was becoming normal for me, and that is just, I don't know, kind of insane. But it can reach a point where you're that wealthy that spending $50,000 on a bag is normal. So, you know, I'm trying to, you know, rein it in, tie it back in. And I'm really happy with my plume bag. But yeah, the last month or so, I haven't been buying bags. And I plan to not buy bags really as much next year. I probably will try and save for a Birkin 25. That is my goal. But that means I have to buy no other bags. So yeah, in the Boxing Day sales, I did buy 2 pairs of jeans. And then I bought some, like, pillows and just some random things like that. But I didn't buy anything luxury. So that was pretty good of me, I suppose. So there was a lot of temptation, a lot of, like, consignment stores had sales, that sort of thing. But yeah, I don't want to get even more carried away than what I've become, basically. But, you know, if I was in the position that someone like Mellow Melbourne was in and I could spend that much money in a bag, I probably would get caught up in that too. I can see myself getting carried away with spending that much money and feeling like it was normal, but even that can get boring, guys. And I think that it's good to know that it doesn't really matter how much money you have, how many things you have. You can access happiness at any time. A bag isn't going to give you that much joy than, like, some other bag that may be a lot less and easier to obtain. And actually, sometimes bags that are easier to obtain are going to stress you out a lot less, and it's just, you know, a bit more natural to buy. It's not something that you have to really stress yourself buying out, go on a journey to buy, like, really. Yeah, I don't know, sometimes the best things kind of just float into your life without you even trying, when you least expect it as well. So anyways, that was just some of my thoughts today. Thanks, guys, for your inspiration and your comments. And yeah, anyways, thanks for listening to my blabby video today. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one. Bye!